welcome to video 1 of the Living Well program video series. The Living Well program was developed to encourage support, connection, and well-being for older adults. This program promotes healthy aging and aims to increase all older adults' well-being by sharing information and empowering participants to live a life that is meaningful for them as individuals. You might wonder, why Living Well? The title of this program was chosen because everyone deserves to live well. This video will focus on identifying personal strengths. Throughout the video, there will be moments of pause to allow for reflection. Or please feel free to pause the video at any point to view it at your own pace. What can you expect in this video? The overview lists 3 main parts of the video. First, we will recognize the importance and value of a person's personal strengths and qualities. Second, we will also have an opportunity to explore and identify personal strengths. Third, we will learn about several factors that influence personal strengths, such as personality qualities and personal values, beliefs, knowledge, and experiences. Let's begin by talking about personal strengths. What comes to mind when you think of the word personal? How about the word strengths? Personal strengths are an individual's built-in capacities for how we think, feel, and behave. They are influenced by many factors which we are going to talk about in more detail shortly. But why are we talking about personal strengths? Because when people know their strengths, they can use them to overcome challenges. Personal strengths are important and should be valued at all stages of life. How would you describe yourself? Your answer to this question might include descriptions of personality qualities or traits, which are based on our patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. This image lists common personality traits. Perhaps you believe you are kind, empathetic, patient, sincere, or other traits that are not listed here. When we know our personal qualities or traits, we can see them as being personal strengths. How do you answer this question? What is important to you? Your answers can help you to understand personal values, which are beliefs and ideas that you hold true and valuable for your well-being. Some examples of values might be valuing healthy relationships with family and friends, or valuing nature, or perhaps valuing honesty, respect, and safety. Values are influenced by our family of origin, community, friends, the media, and new learning and personal growth. Values can change throughout our lifespan as we choose what we value and believe. Personal abilities, knowledge, and experiences all influence each other and can contribute to what we see as our personal strengths. Our personal abilities can be thought of as the things we can do. Perhaps this includes skills such as knitting, woodworking, or listening. Personal knowledge can be understood as the information that we know. Personal knowledge can be gained from different types of learning, including personal experiences, which are things that have occurred during our lifetime that influence who we are as people. This backpack picture can help us to think about personal experiences as being carried with us throughout our life. We have spent time discussing ways to understand personal strengths, but let's pause for a moment and think about this question. What gets in the way of appreciating personal strengths? There are many things that get in the way of appreciating our personal strengths. Maybe you thought about some of these ways. First, when we don't think about our strengths, we can't appreciate them. Second, when we talk negatively to ourselves, we stop ourselves from remembering the good things that make us who we are. Third, when others don't value our strengths, we may feel cut down. Fourth, if we don't feel like we are important in society, we may not care to think about our strengths. And last, if we feel like we aren't capable of things that maybe we once were capable of, we might feel defeated and it is harder to recognize our current strengths. The good news is that we can always find ways to remind ourselves of our personal strengths. By watching this video, you have taken the first step. Your next step could be to write down your strengths. We can also notice our successes, even if they are small. We can also think back to times in our lives when we have used our personal strengths. A key message here is to know that everyone is important and has things to contribute. Think about how you contribute to the relationships in your life, or perhaps to the community. And also know that your personal strengths have helped you in the past and can help you to overcome new challenges. For the remainder of the video, we are going to work through an activity that can help us think more about personal strengths. If you would like, you can pause your video and get a piece of paper and pen. Or if you would prefer to listen to the activity, that works as well. For this activity, we will look at each of these 4 animals one at a time. Each animal represents a particular type of personality style. This is just one way to think about our personality. As you hear the descriptions of the animals, you can choose if you would like to write down the words that you think fit with your own personality. Let's start with the otter. The main trait of this personality style is social. Otters are also people-person oriented, talkative, interesting, inspiring, warm, optimistic, imaginative, expressive, and enthusiastic. These traits are considered the strengths of otters. However, sometimes otters are people who are easily distracted, disorganized, and are not always responsible. How do the traits of the otter fit with you? Let's talk about the next personality style, the lion. The main trait of this personality style is leader. Lions are leaders. Other lion traits include being action-oriented, problem solvers, responsible, adventurers, daring, decisive, and self-motivated. These strengths are often met with lions sometimes being impatient, controlling, and not always considerate of others. What traits of the lion do you think fit with your personality? The next personality style is the beaver. The main trait of this personality style is that beavers are conscientious. Beavers are also logical, persistent, careful, have high standards, are diplomatic, analytical, and mature. Sometimes beavers are overly opinionated, perfectionists, and are closed to the idea of working with others. Did any of the beaver's traits stand out to you? The last personality style is the golden retriever. The main trait is that golden retrievers are supportive. They are also kind, good listeners, understanding, calm, friendly, loyal, and predictable. However, sometimes golden retrievers are passive, avoid conflict, and don't like change. What golden retriever traits fit with your personality? Now that we have discussed the personality styles, take a moment to think about the following questions. How did this activity go for you? Perhaps it was interesting or a different way of thinking about personality. Did one personality style fit best, or did you see yourself as a combination of styles? Personality stays relatively the same throughout life, but often people can relate to more than one personality style. You may also find that personality style changes in different types of relationships you have. How has your personality style helped you in the past? If you are a lion, did you find that being a leader helps you get through challenges? Or maybe you see yourself as a social otter who enjoys connecting with others for help during challenging times. This activity was chosen to encourage you to think about your personality traits. To recap this video, we identified personal strengths and factors that influence strengths, such as personality traits and personal values, abilities, knowledge, and experiences. We discussed how everyone has personal strengths and that our personal strengths can help us to face challenges. Lastly, we had an opportunity to explore personality styles that may fit best with us as individuals. This brings us to the end of video 1 of the Living Well program video series. Thank you for listening and watching. We hope that you have learned something new or added to your knowledge. If you have any questions about the Lloydminster Interval Homes Living Well program, please do not hesitate to contact us.